That is a sight I have rarely seen since I've been here in California. Clouds formulating in the heavens. And today, I'm venturing towards the Rose Bowl. Not for a sporting event. Well, I guess it is an event of sporting proportions. A once-a-month flea market. Oh yes, it's time to find some deals. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here, and the magnitude of this thing, the sheer size of it is so immense that it only happens 12 times I'm entering Wooville. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. Pay no attention to the man behind my shoulder. It's TheDailyWoo. And unlike some other places, you have to buy an admission ticket to even gain entry. And if you want a booth, all you have to do is be named Bono, and you could sell here if you want. I now have my ticket in hand. Oh yes, it's time. It's time. It's old time. It's Vader time. This is a very interesting table. I like the seats. You're basically sitting on tree stumps, and I'm not sure what the top is made out of. A piece of petrified wood. What the heck? It's like a Terminator version of an alien. It's made completely out of metal. That is pretty much the most indestructible creature ever created. This is something called a lucky bean. If that is really a bean plant, that is one of the most massive beans and brownest beans I've ever seen. Pretty neat how they paint the artwork on these pieces of wood. Oh, check it out, next to John Lennon, a little piece of Baltimore here in LA. I do like that Dali. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it, but I do like that. Always a fan of his work. This old football helmet, that's how you used to protect the old noggin back in the day. Things have changed since then. You've heard of Steamboat Willie. Well, this is Steamboat Billy. Wonder if there's any relation. This is tempting. I don't really know where I'd put it, but a shark mouth. I think that's a shark mouth, right? Some old school matchbooks here. The Disneyland Hotel, Bob's Big Boy, even a Wendy. Well, I didn't even know Wendy's made matchbooks back in the day. And a place called the Rusty Pelican. It's probably because his feet are always in the water, and then when he gets in fresh air, they rust out. I wonder if that bike's gone down any sweet slides. That dog is very enamored by the real bugs in the frames. Look at this. That's a real bug. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Good thing he's inside that piece of glass. I don't want him crawling on me. The Dark Knight. That's the real Batman right there. And all of his brothers just hanging around. Basically, the way this place is set up, the aisles go around the perimeter of the stadium. You get a pretty good view of the hills there. And once you're done on this section, you can go into the parking lot. It's probably close to 1,000 booths. I don't know the exact number, but there's a lot to look at. And I have officially started my bag. It's a Target bag, but there's not Target merchandise in here. This will fill up as the day progresses, I assure you. I'll show you what's in there later. I always wonder how comfortable these chairs made out of hands are. They're really cool looking, but comfort level, I can't imagine them being that nice. If I could find an old Mountain Dew sign, I would probably buy it. I do like Pepsi, but I'm keeping my eyes open for one that says The Dew. Oh yeah, Oklahoma. Look at all these badges. Badges? We don't need no stinking badges. Now there's something you don't see every day, especially in this day and age. That is a chastity protector. I don't think I've ever seen one of those in real life. I do love this shirt, however, it's a little too small for me. It says double XL, right?
Too big for you, isn't it?
I think that's a women's double XL.
I don't think there's a difference, Adam.
There's a skeleton just getting a suntan out here. We're venturing outside the gates now. It just seems to go on forever and ever and ever. I've always had an affinity for old school Tupperware because my mom was a Tupperware manager. This stuff is amazing. It pretty much lasts forever. It will outlast us. It will live on this earth when we are dead and gone. It's a nice vintage Beavis and Butthead shirt. A lot of clothing out here. I don't even know if it's possible to see all this in one day. So much walking, you start to get tuckered out. He went full flea market. Oh yeah. You just became 10 times more stylish. Look at you. I like it. Actually, it looks pretty good on you.
I've always wanted a great top hat. I might have found it.
I do like this little guy. I don't know what I'd do with him, but it's made out of crystal clear. It's almost like those little pieces of ice that Superman used in the Fortress of Solitude. Kinda, sorta. But you know what? I don't know where I'd put them. Star Tours at Disneyland. Check out the date stamp on it, 1986. And in the category of ultimately terrifying things that I will probably never hang on my wall, that fits in that category. One thing I've noticed is definitely a lot of really cool vintage t-shirts, but most of them are kind of overpriced. If you cross the bridge over this dry riverbed drainage area, there is an entire other section across the way. It's just more goods than you can shake a stick at. I'm getting a very cool vibe from this booth. Nostalgia overload. This is before records, I believe. There's not even vinyl down there on that player. The grooves put out the music. Antique relics of the past. Quite a few old school cameras, and lately they've been reinstating and bringing Polaroids back into the mainstream, but these are the old 1980s, 1970s Polaroids. I like them. It's starting to get a little warm and toasty out here. I think I'm gonna depart soon, but before that, I'm gonna head over to this booth that has all these picture frames and pick up an item that he has waiting for me. I have now successfully made it out of the gates, out of the fence of let's be honest, one of the best flea markets I've ever been to. And this is my haul. That's what all the cool kids call when you purchase things and then show what kind of deals you got. It's called a haul. Isn't that what they call it, a haul?
Yeah, I think so. I had a great day.
If I hired a U-Haul to transport my haul, would that be a double haul?
They might send Anthony Michael Hall.
Ooh, that'd be a triple haul. I got a piece of Tupperware. This is a lettuce holder, airtight, a old school Konami Code era Nintendo. I gotta find it. Maybe I'll put that up in the room. And this is the best thing that I got today. A 1958, 3 years after the park opened, Disneyland map, detailed in a sweet frame. I'm pretty happy. What'd you get?
A Curly from the Three Stooges pinky ring.
Yeah. And in order to help beat the heat, I have this is a gargantuan bucket of fruit. You know what? There's 2 forks, buddy. You know what that means?
I don't know, because I don't like melon.
Say you don't like watermelon, huh? It means just more for me. Oh yeah. Is it just watermelon you don't like, or do you not like these other fruits as well?
You mean pineapple? No,
yeah.
I do enjoy pineapple.
You missed the boat, man. You denied it. What about cantaloupe?
Nope. No.
Cantaloupe? Oh. It's seriously refreshing.
I know, you're enjoying it quite a bit.
So you don't want some? Night has once again fallen here upon the Walk of Fame. Good to see you, Mr. Heston, or at least your star. I love that guy, Omega Man, Planet of the Apes, and a plethora, 10 Commandments, to just name a few. And here is a square being symbolized inside a star. There has to be some sort of symbolism to that next to Johnny Mercer's spots. I really enjoy these as well. These light up flowers. It's not just one pillar. There's 4, 5, 6, maybe even 7 of them stretching all down Vine Street. Check it out. I would like to end today's vlog with a little message. You can either take it to heart, you can ignore it, you can criticize it, or maybe you can embrace it, but I feel like it needs to be said.
I think the world would be a little bit better place if we didn't judge so quickly, if we knew that everyone that we were critiquing or criticizing was an actual human being. There's a saying that you should treat others the way you want to be treated. Think before you speak. I think the world would be a little bit, slightly, at least the internet might be a slightly better place if we heeded that. We are all guilty of failing at that, me included, but I'm trying. I'm trying. Join me, shall you, in this endeavor to make the internet, at least the comment section, a better place. Vlog over.